Okay. Okay. Hi. Welcome to this video. I hope that you can hear what I'm gonna say since I don't have a mic. Hi. I am Boricua. Stick to the end of this video to see how can you be a part of my movie. Okay, so welcome to my video. Let's talk about some important things that I'm going to propose to you guys. I am Boricua. I'm the creator of this channel. I have been studying non-stop for over 15 years about history, about Puerto Rico, about the language, which Puerto Rico has its own language, different from Spanish, different from English. Okay, so I have a few things here that I have written for you guys. And let's see how it goes, because I am actually looking for your feedback, and this is a beginning video, so let's see how it goes. The first thing that I want you to know is that I don't want to leave this world without helping people. I actually want to help a lot of people. I want to reach millions of people. So I think that with your help and my initiative, actually our initiative as a community, we can probably help a lot of people. So this is actually my dream. My dream is to help people. I may have a lot of projects, I may have a lot of dreams, but in the end, my ultimate dream is not just to speak indigenous Taino language. It's not just to know the genetics, but it's also to help people. In particularly, we will help Puerto Rican people. Okay, so this is what I want you to do. I want you to comment down below and tell me, what ideas do you have? So tell me in the comments down below, what ideas do you have that we can utilize that may help us help people? It doesn't necessarily have to be money. It can be your own body, whether it's your energy, whether you give something, whether you feed somebody. That all counts. To me, helping somebody is solving somebody's needs, helping somebody monetarily. There's a lot of things that we can do to help people, not just money. So, I am going to begin a membership to get involved. The whole community is going to get involved, and we're going to form some type of tribal organization. But this tribal organization is going to be made up of soldiers. These soldiers are going to be indigenous soldiers, Taino soldiers, but you may even better see these soldiers as angels. These soldiers will help Puerto Rico. I need people in the field. I need a lot of people helping me with research, a lot of people helping me with investigation. And this tribal membership will involve just so many things. It's gonna involve DNA, genetics. I want a book of history. I want to write all of the stories. I want to have it all recorded. I want a museum. I want a center. And I want all of you to form part of my center. All of you can form a part of this center that I'm talking about. Okay, so these soldiers and these angels will also have patrimony status. I want you guys to be protected by the government. I want us to have acknowledgement by the government that we have Taino spirituality. And we have Taino people of all types of religions and all types of spiritualities. We have Taino Boricua of all types of spiritualities. We have our own language. We have our own art. We have our own ceramics. So before we talk about all the projects that we have for our Taino future, which is our family, which is our blood, let's talk about the people that we will help. That we will help. This initiative, you may do it on your own, or if you want to help me help people, you can do it through me. So I have this media and I have this platform, and I'm going to use it to help people as well, because that is one of my dreams. So let's be clear, this is about helping people. So let's talk about 1 to 4 things or situations or problems or problems that I have identified in the community of people that need this assistance, and it reads as follows. These are some situations that are happening to some people. So let's begin with the first one. So we should intervene with these people, which number 1 is the most simple one of maybe the list, but maybe. I am translating it into English because I accidentally wrote it in Spanish, which was supposed to be in English, but that's okay. So let's see what things are happening in our community that we can solve and we can help, and we can help these people, and we can possibly save somebody from suffering. So the first one is an elderly woman who lives with her elderly daughter who have impediments. This family suffers plenty, and I've known of them for a long time. They need assistance. So they are dealing with a full house ceiling leakage, so their ceiling leaks. So if there's somebody that knows of somehow that can help these people solve this problem, especially water leaks that are seeping into the house and breaking everything, ruining everything, and these elderly women have little to no help. So I'm gonna leave my Gmail. So if somebody wants to reach out to me and they have an idea, or they just want to ship in and they can do it through me, then I'll leave you the Gmail so you can write as soon as possible, and we can solve this problem for these poor Puerto Ricans. Let's help people. Let's do this. Let's really do this. Let's help people. Send me any idea that you may have. Just send it to me. Any idea. So now, The second problem or issue that we're facing in the community is of a block, of a whole block that I have identified, where the infrastructure of the energy and the poles are heavily deteriorated, are heavily deteriorated. I don't know how to say that word. Puerto Rican. So this number two problem is a bad issue that we have to address as a community, because I wanted to add a theme to the tribal membership that I'm going to open, which you can be an affiliate. However, the theme of this tribal membership is responsibility. And it's my dream to help people. So if you can do it through me, you will be helping me accomplish one of my biggest dreams. Possibly one of my biggest dreams ever, which is helping people. Millions of people. I want to reach out to millions. Boricua. Yeah, so like I was saying, this is a problem with the infrastructure. The whole energetic infrastructure of this maybe block to community needs to be restored. It needs to be repaired. There is elderly people, there's families, there's children. There's a lot of people in this community threatened by these issues, by these poles that are loose on the ground. These poles are tilted to the side and are being actually hung up in vertical position. They have an inclination to the side because they are not stationary, they're not properly secured. So I don't know who you know, I don't know what resources you may have, but if you have some resources or if you know somebody, please contact me so we can help these people as soon as possible. Both of these situations are highly threatened, are highly vulnerable situations where these people may prolong their suffering to the water problems, or a catastrophe may occur because of how the infrastructure is so weakened that something might fall, something might snap, and I've seen it, and I've heard the community tell me the stories of all of these things that are happening, that they need help. Every time that they make a call and they make a complaint, they are informed that they are not getting the assistance that they deserve. So this is an issue that has to be dealt with as soon as possible. So hit me up and I'll leave you my Gmail in the description down below. Go ahead right now, and if you have resources, any, whether it's your energy, whether it's money, whether it's a check, whether it's something that you want to give, whether it's food, whether it's love, whether it's just your presence as part of the organization, the tribal membership, where everybody has to do something. So that being said, write your comment down below. Remember, if you have resources, if you have an account, if you have something, if you have a connection, anything helps. Let's help people, you and me. So let's get on now to the tribal membership. I'm just going to briefly speak about the travel membership because I'm just going to brush onto it so you have an idea, and through my Gmail contact me and I'll make a list, but you have to be present. This membership is for people that are going to be angels, that are going to be soldiers out in the field working not for themselves. They are going to volunteer for the people. If you ever wanted to help somebody, this is what you got to do. I have already started an account and I have already donated like $200 off of my own money. So if I can do it having such low resources, then I know that we can get together, and many Taino together are strong. Many Taino separated are weak, but if we join together and we join forces and we help each other as Puerto Ricans, as Boricua, of people of the blood of the ancient Taino, of the original Taino, we are the descendants. So I'm just gonna brush quickly onto some of the missions that I have for this tribal membership. We need a center, una finca o algo. We need some place that we can buy and we can gather, and there we are gonna start agronomy. I don't know if I said that right. Agriculture, sorry. Everybody has to work. We are going to make sure that we have food. People from the tribal membership are going to acquire food from this center that we are going to harvest ourselves with the techniques that the Taino used to use and with the foods that the Taino used to eat, and more, because we are Puerto Rican. So that is one of the things that is one of my visions, is to not just have an organization where we could all just gather for many reasons. There are many reasons. One is that we are going to secure food for ourselves. Second, we are going to make a cultural patrimony. We are going to lift up a center, and this center has to be official. This center cannot leave. This center cannot go. This center cannot shut down. This center is going to be official recognition that we are ancestors of the Taino, that el puertorriqueño es el dueño. We are the owners. Somos los dueños de este país. We are the owners of this island. Somos los dueños de esta tierra. And we have to recognize it. And we have to also be responsible about it. Have no division and gather. Whether it's from all the forces. This is not an organization that you can just choose and just be a part of this organization. Well, yes and no. Because you can use this platform to expand and preserve our culture. However, if you are already affiliated in an organization, it's okay. That doesn't matter. You can still form a part of your tribal organization. But if you're Puerto Rican, this is just a medium or a tool, if you want to see it that way, of your tribe and your culture. This is a medium and a tool to preserve that which is ours, which is our blood, which is rightfully ours, whether we have Spanish blood or any other type of blood. But we have the Taino, and that's a fact. And nobody could tell you otherwise, because we know that for a fact. Whether you have 1%, 2%, 3%, or like some people have it like 34% Taino, and they look Taino. They look Arahuaco. Or like me, where I have it like a castizo. Castizo is 25% indigenous. There's this test, ancestry results says I'm about 21%. Another one says I'm about 22% indigenous, and then another one says I'm like almost 27 and then almost 30. So the ancestry is there. I'm actually 20% Spanish, so I'm actually more indigenous, more Taino than I am Spanish. However, my greatest ethnicity is Portuguese. So the first one is Portuguese. But still, my Taino ethnicity is still higher than my Spaniard ethnicity. So that counts for something. So that's some of the things that I'm going to develop with my tribal organization. We have to recognize with this tribal organization and membership that we are owners of this island called Puerto Rico, Boriquen. We are Puerto Ricanos and we are Boricua. We are the owners of this country. There may be a lot of forces that are going to go against us and that have been going against us throughout the centuries. But this is going to be, but I really want this to be a stronghold for the preservation of our culture. This has to be a stronghold. So there has to be something that can actually fight and go against all of the damage that our Taino culture has been suffering, but we have been resisting for more than 5 centuries. We have been resisting empires such as Spain and the United States of America, who have been threatening our language, our genetic lineage, our Taino ancestry, which are not the same. Lineage and ancestry are not the same. But they have been attacking from the Spanish to the English or US or however you want to call it, they're the same, kind of. Have been attacking, and this is a counter attack. This is our response to say it's enough. We had enough. That's it. And we will take back what is ours. I mean, everything that we can. Some people are trying to retrieve the gold that the Spanish took back to their chambers back in Spain. So the buzz goes around saying that the Spanish actually have a lot of gold that used to be a part of the Taino cultures, especially from Puerto Rico, where all the rivers were sacked from gold and our indigenous people were exploited for the recovery of this gold. So even though Spain has such a bad economy and they have such a suffering economy, they still are withholding or harboring the gold that used to belong to the Arahuaco Taino of Boriquen, who are the Boricua. But that's okay, like, what are we gonna do? I'm making this video so you can tell me what to do. So you can give me ideas. Onto what can we do? What are the things that we can do? What is your family history? What is your haplogroup? What Taino words, language, grammar, and history, and all that you can imagine, we can gather. So I want to record all of this information in my Taino museum. But it's not gonna be a Taino museum like any other. This Taino museum has to be functional, it has to be working, people living, people eating, restaurants, this and that. We need, but obviously there's gonna be rules there. Everything has to have rules, but the eventuality of this initiative is to help people. We have a lot of people that are suffering, and the Taino culture is gonna be there to say, hi, we are here and we are better. And we are going to help our fellow Boricua. So one of the most important things from this tribal membership is that we protect the culture, we protect the gastronomy. I think that's how you say it in English, right? Gastronomy? Gastronomia. I have no idea right now. But we protect the food that the Taino used to eat. La barbacoa, the barbecue, la yuca, el casabe, all of that. We are going to preserve it. We acknowledge that Taino Borique is the language of Puerto Rico. Not just Spanish, not just English, but we have had Taino Borique, we have had Taino people living as recent as 1950, as recent as 2000, as recent as 2014, as recent as 2024. People speaking Taino. For real, like you have to ask people that know, because not everybody knows this information. But Taino has trickled and has lived within our culture. There is recorded of some people that didn't even speak Spanish till the other day. They spoke Taino, they spoke the indigenous tongue, and as a second language, they spoke a little bit of Spanish. To us, why some people actually, when they speak Spanish, they actually sound like they're trying to speak a different language. It may be because they still speak with the accent and the form of the indigenous Puerto Rican, the Puerto Rico, with that accent that the Taino used to speak, huepa. That may be what's happening here. So I'm going to conclude the tribal membership information with that. I want to, together we have to gather up, and we have to gather up, and we have to acquire a whole bunch of lands, especially, and I would hope that it's much better that we turn concrete jungles like cities and places like that, we turn them into jungles and forests that also go hand in hand with our Taino tribal membership, with our culture taking everything back to what is Boricua, to what is indigenous. So these soldiers of Boriquén, you and I, you and me, we are going to acquire, this is through me, we are going to acquire through this organization these buildings, these places, these projects, and we're going to demolish them and turn them into forests. This is for the benefit of our nature. This also goes hand in hand with my initiative of helping people. It's not just helping people, but I want to conserve the land. Conservation of the flora, which would also mean the fauna. In particular, what's green, the trees, what's native. Man, I want to do so many things. If we can do so many things, like, I mean, I'm not gonna say too much, but I want to do so many things. Like I was saying, this is one of the most important things that I've always wanted to do that. Ever since I was a small child, I've wanted to retrieve these lands that are all concrete, blocks, concrete, and are part of the city and are urban places. Let's turn them into Taino havens that we can also transform into commerce, because everything has to be productive. I want conservation, but I also want productivity. There has to be agriculture in most of these retrieved places. There has to be people working. in each of these places, there has to be something going on that is of pertinence to our tribal membership and the preservation of our culture. Like I said, whether it's the language, whether it's the spirit, whether it's any aspect of history and from tradition and culture of the Boricua of Puerto Rico. And we can even expand, but that's a topic for another video. But that's basically our main goal and our main vision. It is to preserve the Taino culture. So I forgot to say that if you know of a place that doesn't have light yet from all the storms that have been happening and from all the rains and all the shutdowns in Puerto Rico, write it down in the comment section so we can address and help these people that may not have any light. We don't know what's gonna happen. We don't know if we can even help these people. But if we can just raise awareness to whatever is going on, but particularly to help these people, not bad news, just to help these people, then I think that that's one of the best things that our tribal organization or tool, or however you want to view it, our platform is worth it. My dream is to change Puerto Rico, not just through language, not just through Castellano, not just through morals and values, but everything. We are going to help families, we're going to help the nucleus, we're going to educate. We are going to educate. This has to be one of the missions or visions of this organization, to help and to educate. We're going to educate. So, Hahom, thank you for watching this video. I hope that you can find it in your heart to become one of these soldiers of the Taino and one of these angels that are going to be out in the field. May I add that we need an account to help and aid the people that I'm going to send out to the field. And I'll explain. I want these people to get paid for diet, for their gasoline, and maybe something else if you want to. But diet and gasoline, let's take care of our people. Let's take care of the people that are being helped, of the assisted, and also let's help the people that are going to assist. The people that are going to assist, those people, they will get their reward. They will surely get their reward. But most importantly, you will feel good right here. You will help people that are hungry, people that are sick, people that need homes, people that need money, clothing, whatever type of help that they need, even help with vehicles, car. Are you a mechanic? Whatever type of help that you can offer, write it down. I'll give you the Gmail. And I'll show you who needs the help. I will. Okay, so let me take a little break. Small pause. Okay. For the last segment, the last part of this video, we are going to finish and conclude how can you be a part of my movie. We are going to make a movie. It's going to be a really good movie. I want this movie to be really good. I want this movie to be high budget, high quality, a really good movie. I'm going to make a movie. And how can you be a part of this movie? Then you will find out soon enough. First of all, I gave you the Gmail. People that help my cause and that also enter my tribal membership will have priority onto who or who will not be in the movie. But first, the first part of the movie is for a different video, but the first part of this movie is that I'm looking for funding. It needs funding. This needs funding. This movie needs a lot of funding, and I'll explain how important this movie will be. This movie will, well, I'm not going to tell you the movie, but I'll basically tell you why is it so important. Well, it goes round, it goes back to everything that we have been saying in this video. This movie, in short words, will preserve. This movie, in short words, will help preserve the Taino culture in one movie. I will do as much as I can with all of the information that I know. If you know this channel, then you know what things are gonna come out in this movie. If you know this channel, then you may know what things are gonna come out. But all that I can say is that it's a real movie, high quality. It can be a series, but it's a movie that it's gonna have a quality that it can come out in any of your favorite platforms. I want it also, have that cinematic quality. It's gonna be a movie. This is a serious movie that I'm gonna make, and I want you to be. You can be part of this movie. But in this period of this movie, if you want to shine a light and make yourself known, you want to be an extra, you want to be part of this movie, you want to be an extra, you want to be just a part of this movie, the first step and where this movie is and the process is that we need donations and we need funding. We need donations and we need funding. If you can get that with your name, then I will give you priority and a spot secured for this movie. So basically this video doesn't talk about the movie. This video is about helping Puerto Ricans. But this movie also helps Puerto Ricans. This movie is gonna help the culture. It's gonna help people. I'm gonna create jobs. This movie is gonna create jobs. It's gonna create more it's gonna create more opportunities so we can keep on helping Puerto Ricans. We haven't even started. Well, I have done my own stuff around, but I'm going to make this official. We are going to mic up. We're going to make a studio. We're going to make live documentaries. We're going to do research. We are going to learn. We are going to make discoveries. We are going to make predictions. We are going to make so many things. But I will end this video with the true conclusion is that to remember that we have a language. Okay, so now back onto the movie. We are not yet in the process of auditions. We're not in that process. But what I am saying is that if you are able to donate some type of a funding for this movie or for our cause, then you can secure a spot on my movie. So what I'm saying is that if you're able to find funding or donations for this movie or for our tribal causes, then that is one requisite for this process right now if you want to secure a spot in my movie. That's it for now. I am Awaketone Boricua. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next video. Goodbye.